Nurturing is part of your feminine energy. So when you nurture people, you want to care for them. You want to have compassion for them. You want to help them. But at the same point, that doesn't mean fixing things for them. When the minute that you slip into fix it energy, you are in your masculine. You start fixing people's problems. When you hear about somebody has an issue, you immediately want to figure out how you can fix it for them, how you can protect them from it. And you use all of your energy, which is sacred, to do this. So you're literally becoming Mr. Fix-It, the handyman, the mechanic, and Dr. Phil all at the same time, trying to prove your worth to people, trying to show your love for people, trying to show your worth in all situations. Let me tell you, when you're doing this, your energy is going to be closed off. Your energy is of the doing. You're not leaving space. You're not making room for the universe to bring what you want to you. You're in hyper fix-it mode all the time. When we do that, we're not really open. We want to be open. We want to be receptive. We want to be nurturing. We want to hold space. We want to be supportive, but we don't want to fix other people's problems. It's simply not your job. And we want to stay in our feminine. And a lot of times you want to jump to the solution, and instead, because you're uncomfortable doing nothing and being in having that be enough. But here's the thing, your love is enough. Your support is enough. You nurturing and just believing in people is enough. You smiling and being the light and being in your radiance is enough. Have you ever noticed that when you're full of joy and you're full of happiness and you walk in and you're that ray of sunshine for people, you make their day? Have you ever noticed that they literally will tell you, you just make my day when you walk through here? Like, you don't understand. I just love when we see you, or we just love when we see you. Have you ever heard that from people? It's because that energy is what most people need. You and your feminine is so magnetic to everything. That energy pulls in people. It pulls in your desires. It pulls in everything. It's just so receptive and open and welcoming. But when you're in hyper fix-it mode, when you're protecting, when you're self-protecting, even when you're doing that, have you ever noticed that it's so hard for things to come to you? And in fact, people lay more things on you. So in fact, you're being drained and pulled in all different directions. And then you start feeling stressed and you start feeling anxious. Have you ever noticed that? It's time that you embrace your soft girl era. It's time that you embrace your feminine magnetism. What are you even doing? I can answer that you're doing too much. But the second that you lean back, the second that you actually just decide that you in your joy and in your pleasure and in yourself, just happiness is enough. So much is going to turn around for you. You're going to be able to magnetize those desires just like that, because it can't help but to come. You're going to feel joyous. You're going to feel open. You're going to feel welcoming. You're going to feel receptive. And that is the feminine. That is the power of the feminine. So if you find that you're constantly shifting into your masculine energy and doing things, and this isn't your fault, right? Like the most basic things like mothering, you would think is feminine, but it's not. It's actually masculine. When you're mothering, you're protecting your young. When you're mothering, you are taking care of them. You are fixing problems. You are doing lots of things. Even though it would seem that was feminine, it's actually a masculine activity, because you're a lot of times going to be in the doing. Being a mother is feminine, but the act of mothering is actually masculine. So think about how often you're actually pulled into your masculine energy and why it's been so complex or complicated for you to slip into your feminine. But we have so many ways that we can do this, and I'm going to share them with you. So if you would like to know how you can be more in your feminine, how you can be more in your soft girl era, how you could be more receptive to your desires, then follow, and I'm going to share more about this so that way you can start attracting your dream life with ease.